because I am interviewing my grandchildren, Deshae Frost and Brooklyn Frost. And we're going to jump right into this. What really kind of caused you to do that, and what inspired you to start streaming more than YouTube?
Honestly, it was just like a shift. I was really known, like I'm really known for like being with like women and my time with them and stuff like that on YouTube.
Your
Two years?
I didn't say, okay, the question is, what are your short-term and long-term goals in your music career? Let's do it.
Oh, okay. Performing at Rolling Loud for sure. I'm gonna perform at Rolling Loud next year.
Welcome back to They Just Don't Understand, hosted by me, Nina Mitchell. And I hope that you tuned into my last episode because it was really a good one. This one is going to be even better because I am interviewing my grandchildren, Deshae Frost and Brooklyn Frost. And we're going to jump right into this. We're going to start off with the question for Brooklyn. Can you tell us about your background and how you started in music?
I just, as a little girl, I always would sing around the house and sing Happy Birthday for Mamo and Deshae. And, my Nana, she was a singer as well. Like, she sang, it would be times where we would be at church and she would be sing this song and going back home from church in the car. So I don't know, I love singing. Singing has just been I feel like it is my passion. And I love it. I love singing. And yeah, that's really the background of it.
And you plan to keep your career in singing, or are you gonna?
Of course.
Okay.
And I'm trying to find my sound and everything. So, yeah, I love singing.
Okay, so the next question is for Deshae. Deshae, I see you do a lot of traveling. So what is, out of all the places you've been, what is your most favorite destination that you have visited?
First I want to say thank you for having me. I really appreciate you bringing me onto your platform.
Thank you for appearing.
Second of all, I would say the best place I've ever been to, honestly, would probably be Dubai or Tokyo. I feel like those places are very different cultured from America, and they're very different, but they're also very welcoming. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you see a different type of side of, what can I say, different cultures, you know what I mean? So it's you go over there and there's different type of foods, different type of people, different type of greetings on anything. So it's really great to be young and experience that at such a young age. So when you get older, you're more in tune with everything. You know how to be respectful with everybody, because what's respectful here might not be respectful over there.
That's
or what's
true.
Not looked at over here might not be looked at. It's great over there. So I like those places a lot for just to broaden your horizons of different cultures, and they're very welcoming countries too. So I feel like that was really good to see.
And that's good, because a lot of people don't get a chance to experience that.
Exactly.
And you're experiencing all that at a very young age.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Not a lot of people get to experience that. So to experience that at a young age and see different people and meet different people, and I even have friends over there. So to have friends over there in different places, if I need something, I can call them. It's a great privilege to have.
Good, amazing. So Brooklyn, what is your creative process when you're writing your songs? When you come up with your titles and the words, the lyrics, and all that.
Some creative processes are I really just write. When I do write my music, I just go off what I'm feeling at the moment. And Letter to You. My song that I just dropped, that I wrote that song off of how I was feeling at the moment on the plane. So I was I wrote it, and how I thought of the title is just this is a letter to you, because I feel like I've never really expressed how I felt on the internet to him, to anything. So yeah, that's really the creative process. I just write how I feel at the moment, and that works well for me.
So who was that letter dedicated to?
Trying to get spicy.
I know she is trying to get spicy. Um, someone that um someone that I used to call my lover.
Okay. All right. So, Deshae, what was the most rewarding part of creating your projects? Like, you pulled away from YouTube a little bit and now you're doing more streaming.
Yeah.
What really kind of caused you to do that, and what inspired you to start streaming more than YouTube?
Honestly, it was just like a shift. I was really known, like I'm really known for like being with like women and my time with them and stuff like that on YouTube. And I feel like me moving to from LA to Atlanta kind of switched it up because I would always film with my friends in LA, and you know, we would always film and vlog together. That was like almost every other day type of thing. But when I moved here, it was just kind of like that kind of went away. So it was kind of like just really me and girls. So I kind of felt like I was going through somewhere. I'm like, man, I don't really just want to be known for girls. Honestly, I want people to know like who I really am because I'm really genuinely think I'm a funny person. I'm an entertaining person. So me moving to Atlanta, I feel like it was just kind of a push from God. Like, yo, like we're finna have people lock in on you, who you are as a person. And honestly, my YouTube was just like, it was just like girls, and I just didn't want to know that. So I was like, what's the next best thing for me to people to know who I am? And I was thought about Twitch. You know, Twitch is a platform you can be able to be on there for hours, and people, for the fact that people can sit there and watch you for hours, will build a better connection with them. So I didn't care how many people went over there or anything, how many people switched or anything. If I was getting 300 viewers, it was just the satisfaction that 300 people really loved me for who I was. So that could grow no matter what. And from YouTube, you can't really decipher, okay, do you like me because of the girls, or do you view me because of that, or you view me because you know who I am? So you can't really decipher that. And with Twitch, it's more easier to decipher, okay, you're here for me. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what's happening, how many people are going to be there when I'm just sitting there by myself. So I kind of use that as just like, I kind of like use them as my friends. I don't have a lot of friends in LA. I kind of use them. They're like my family. Like we talk all the
Bounce
time.
off of
They
them.
know
Yeah.
they know who I am. They know me better than I know myself. They know like they're funny. They're funny as hell. I think they're funnier than me. So it's just like being with like in a room with all your friends just chopping it up. So that's how I feel, and I feel like it's been going really great, and honestly, I just can't wait to really expand and broaden the fan base as time goes on. It's been pretty well. I've been streaming since January 2nd, so I've been streaming for like 3 months or something like that. Yeah, it's been going really well,
It's crazy. We was just talking about that in the car on the way here.
Really?
Yeah.
So the next question is going to be for Deshae too. Is do you have anybody special in your life?
Nah, no, I really don't.
You don't?
Nah.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Your family.
Yeah, my family.
Okay.
but on a love life, nah, really, I feel like girls slow you down, honestly. So I just been
Absolutely.
and you know what type of person I'm a real lover boy. So my girl, like, I'm gonna want to take trips. I'm gonna go everywhere. I'm gonna want to do a lot of things. So me knowing that and knowing what type of boyfriend I am, I know that I have to be in the right space and the right mindset to really do that. I just been streaming for 3 months. I'm not ready to do that. I'm in the grind stage. I'm in the beginning stage. So I don't really got time to have a girl right now to really try to slow me down, because that's gonna happen. Just honestly, when you're dealing with somebody else, it's gonna happen. Like you're gonna slow down. You're gonna feel some type of way if they feel some type of way. If you genuinely love that person, so I just don't feel like I'm in the right space or the right time to really think like that. And I gotta focus on myself, and I have nobody else to blame but myself if anything goes wrong. So if I feel like I put 100%, but at some point when I'm ready to settle down, time will come and they will get 100% of me.
Oh, that's a good response.
Yeah.
So Brooklyn, where do you see yourself in the next few years?
Where do I see myself in the next few years? That's a great question. I see myself being very consistent with streaming, because I stream as well now. Being in movies, like, because that's also one thing I want to do as well. Like I want to dabble into everything. Like just test the waters of everything. Like I've never been in a movie. I've never been in a show. Like I want to try that out, see how that feels, you know, and then see myself on the screen. Like, because a movie and YouTube is different.
Totally.
You know?
Totally.
So, yeah, I see myself being very consistent with stream. Maybe appearing in a show or a movie, you know, having a house, house for sure. You
Okay.
know,
Where would the kids come from? You'd have to have someone to help
a
produce them.
big happy family.
In a
Okay.
couple years?
We'll leave that
In a
there.
couple years.
That's crazy. A couple years, you're gonna be my age.
And I was just gonna,
Wait, hold on. What do you mean? Like a couple years or like 5, 6 years?
No, just in your music career, in your
2 years?
I didn't say okay. The question is, what are your short term and long term goals in your music career? Let's do it. Like
Oh,
that.
okay. Performing at Rolling Loud for sure. I'm gonna perform at Rolling Loud next year, for sure. Maybe even hitting top 10 on iTunes. I hit top 12, but we're gonna go for top 10. Being one of the biggest artists that people listen to, and music R&B artists. And yeah, just really, 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 really thriving with my music and showing people who I am through my music, because that's what I'm trying to do is now as well. Like, just speak through my music.
So that's your priority as of now. And you spoke about acting. Now, Deshae, he can give you some information on that by being on SWAT. Was that season 2 and 3?
It was season 1, season 2, season 3,
Yeah.
and season 4. It was like 4 seasons.
Oh, okay.
Damn, okay, big dog, big dog.
Yes. So how did you prepare for that? How did you get in character to prepare for, acting and, the emotional side of it and just remembering your lines and all that?
Yeah. Well, I was only supposed to be in one episode on season 1, and it was really last second, honestly. I was in Crenshaw at the time, and they had it was like a last second audition, like next day audition, and they were like, it's untitled cop show, Shamar Moore. I'm like, you know what, F it, I'm gonna just do it. You know what I'm saying? And so I did it, and I think one of the scenes was crying. It was a crying scene, so I did it, and I like messed up on one of my lines. So I just honestly, like, when you're growing up doing like acting, like, it's very cutthroat. So I just honestly thought I didn't get it, because I'm like, I messed up and everything, and I was in the room with like other people in the casting room. There was way other bigger actors than me and stuff like that. And I had never got nothing before. So after that, I even went downstairs. I told my mom I didn't get it. Like, I don't think I got it. And so then a couple of days later, they asked me and pretty much just told me that I got it, honestly. And that was really fire. And when I did the episode, I did the best I could. Like, everything, they brought me back, and they were telling me like, yo, like, the word around like the set is like you might be coming back for more, and so they signed me for season 2, season 3, and season 4. But how I really got into when I got into the character, how I really it's just honestly just knowing the backstory of my character around season 1, season 2, and a little bit of season 3. It was just like, okay, like knowing like who the character is and why he will feel like this. But towards like the end of season 3, season 4, after 2 years of just studying somebody, you kind of know who that person is. You can just hop into somebody. It's like studying an accent. Once you study an accent for like 2 years, you could just go back and forth, So it's kind of just knowing that character and knowing what he would do and how he would act. And so it's kind of easy just to tune in and tune out of Deshae Frost and Daryl Henderson. That's the character's name. And it was really fire. I liked it. I loved it. I loved the time. And definitely was a great experience and a great journey. Shamar's great. Everybody on that team, from the casting director to the directors from each season, it was really great, and it was dope. I learned a lot from just sitting there and studying. And I forgot her name. I don't want to mess up her name, but all the actors on there, they were great. Everybody was great. Everybody gave me like a piece of something to learn from. I think I was like probably the youngest. Yeah, I was the youngest actor on set. I was like 16 at the time, 17. So
wow,
it was really great.
Yeah.
I was like 18 years old. It was really great to like go through everything, and it was a great experience. I loved it.
That would be hard to really get into character. And looking at my perspective, it would be hard because I'm such a realist. It's hard for me to fake and pretend. So, I commend you on that, because you have to really bring some tears. You have to pull back on maybe some things that happened in the family that you can and then have that support team. So, I supported you. I watched them too.
Definitely. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's all just about just going back into something. Acting is really just being real, honestly. So I feel like anybody can judge anything But anybody's judgment is pointless when it comes to music or anything, because people are into different things. But when it comes to acting, I feel like that's only the one things that where everybody's opinion matters, because how do you act is you act as a human being, and everybody's a human being.
And really get into character where they even think that when they see you that you're that character.
Exactly. So I can say somebody is a bad actor, but it really matters because I know how a human being acts, as anybody can say. But it's kind of different when it comes to music, because you could just say anything and that might not be your taste in music, but everybody knows how to act like a human being. So
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Would you say like acting, like, would you say like YouTube helped you with acting a little bit?
YouTube?
Yeah, like, cause you know how like sometimes.
Cause I got SWAT first before I started YouTube.
Okay, so now I'll ask the questions.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know. I thought YouTube. Okay.
All right.
No,
so we're gonna go back to you, Brooklyn, with your music.
Okay.
Yeah, the song "Love Letter." Who was that dedicated to, or was it dedicated to a particular person?
Yes.
Because I love your music. I love your voice, your raspiness, and
Love Letter.
Yeah.
Letter to you.
No, I have Love Letter. Was that Love Letter? A letter to you?
Yeah, Letter to you.
Okay, well I got it wrong. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. No, it's all fine. It's all.
Well, let's go to Toxic then. I got that one right.
Toxic. Okay. That was that about somebody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Your song Toxic. Who were you referring to?
A toxic relationship.
Okay, we won't say any names. Okay.
Yeah. We're not gonna say no names, but it was dedicated to a toxic relationship. And like I said, like when I write my music, it comes from what I've been through, what I've dealt with.
So it's genuine.
So it's very genuine, and yeah.
So the last question I'm going to ask to both of you is, for you, Brooklyn, what is it that you would want to tell someone who is getting into the field, the entertainment field, the music field? What would you want to tell them that they just don't know?
I feel like a lot of people want to be an influencer or just somebody that's known in general, but they don't know that what comes with it is you barely have any privacy. And a lot of people, like, they're like, oh, like, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be that. But you have to know that it comes with no privacy. Well, little bit of privacy. And that's what I've learned through the years, like, of being an influencer, being an artist, just being somebody on the internet, is you don't have a lot of privacy. But that's something that, like, you have to understand, because it's like sometimes I put people on my business and then I get mad about, them being in my business, but I showed them so much of my life that they're going to have an opinion, So
your next relationship, would that be public?
No.
Okay. So the last question I'm going to ask is, Deshae, what kind of advice would you give someone who is streaming or just YouTubers or vloggers, or what would you tell them that they just don't understand?
Honestly, I would just say, like, you got to prepare yourself, like, not to be like, oh, I'm gonna blow up the next month. Like, you got to prepare yourself for this shit not to work out. That's the main thing. You got to prepare yourself for it to not to work out. Because that's going to be the real test. That's going to be the grind. You might be grinding for a couple months or a whole year. For your moment might be in 3 years or anything, but make sure you're ready. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Like, if you can prepare for shit to not work out, you're going to be ready for shit when shit works out. That was kind of hard, but
oh God, I'm gonna use that for a caption.
Nah, that shit's hard, but
dang, Grandma, you didn't let me get out what I wanted to say. You got him spinning it.
Well, he's just speaking longer than you. That's all. He is. He's talking longer than you, because I'm gonna say that we'll do another one, Brooklyn, because now she feels like she's neglected. But one thing I want to say about Deshae is he's always said everybody has the same 24 hours in the day.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what's crazy? That really stuck with me.
Yeah.
Like, for the rest of my life, that really, really, really stuck with me.
And let's repeat it again so you can have more time. What stuck with you?
what stuck with me is that we all have 24 hours in a day.
Yes.
And we all have the same 24 hours
That's right.
in a day. And it depends on what we do with our 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly
And
right.
Deshae installed that into me. He said
Mm-hmm.
that like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
3
It
years
stuck
ago.
with me too. Yeah.
But
Sorry,
I
not
say
to
that,
cut you
I
off.
just say that. No, I just say that like to say the whole 24 hours, just like we all have the same 24 hours. Like, what are you gonna do with yours? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, it's all about just like it could be different. Like, nobody is better than the other. God didn't bless us, didn't
That's
bless me with
right.
27 hours or 26
Mhm.
hours or anything. Ever since birth, we all have had 24 hours. So you can't have excuses. Oh, I got a job, I got a whatever. You are in control of your whole 24 hours.
That's
You can quit
true.
that job literally today. You can
That's
do
true.
whatever you want to do. You
That's
can
true.
stop whatever you want to do. But we all have
Mhm.
24 hours, and depending what you do with yours is gonna set what you got for the rest of your life. So just make sure you do that. And honestly, like you said, like back to your saying, like the advice is really to lock in, prepare for the most unexpected, and really lock in, because all these are tests to see if you really love it. And once you meet God halfway, He's gonna pull you all the way through the finish line, and it's gonna be better than whatever you expected. So
Greater than you expected.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. What is your closing statement before we sign off?
Just to piggyback off what Deshae said, yeah, like you have to be ready for the long nights, no sleep, hard work, grind. Like this stuff does not come overnight. Like you can't just think about a dream or achievement and just keep thinking about it. Like you have to really do it. Like you have to go for it.
And you have to see yourself doing it. You
Literally.
really have to visualize it, see yourself there, and almost feel it.
and
Yeah.
speak it. You have
Yeah.
to speak
and
it.
speak it exactly. And God doesn't give you a dream for no reason.
No, it's
Or
just up to
like
you.
yesterday, I had a dream. Like I have dreams, like God's, cause me, I don't remember all of my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember all of my dreams, but when I do remember them, they're very like visual. Like they almost seem real,
They're vivid.
vivid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I had a dream that I was walking and talking with Summer Walker, and the next day I saw Summer Walker.
Mm-hmm.
She was getting her hair done at the same place I was
Oh
getting my hair done.
gosh.
I'm like, what?
Oh, my
Like I don't
goodness.
know.
It's just you're in tune. You're on the right path. That's all that's showing
Yep.
you. You're on the right path. Any closing words for you, Deshae, before we wrap it up?
Nah, just thank you for having me. I appreciate you
Yes,
for
thank you.
for
Oh, I
everything, and
appreciate
I
you
wish you the
guys.
best with your podcast and everything. And honestly, I'm glad. Like we're the first guests.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
so
are.
just I'm
Well,
appreciative.
let me take that back. I interviewed Rama June in L.A.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, being
but-
one of the first guests.
Oh
And,
yes, you're
yeah.
my family first guest.
Yeah,
You're
you know.
my lovely. Yeah, you could be
Yeah.
the first guest. I just love you guys being here. I'm so
Nah,
happy.
it means a lot. It means a lot.
It
and
means
I,
a lot
I
to me,
appreciate
too.
You for, and I wish you
Thank
the best
you.
with everything. And whoever's watching this, hopefully that inspires the next creator, or the next doctor, or the next lawyer, or anybody. Because this doesn't just apply to creating or music or anything. This applies to life. Period. So whoever sees that and inspired, doesn't matter if that's one person or two people or 100,000. I hope you really listen to it and really take this, with the just take it and just with the
Run with it.
and run with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, just run with it, and you never know what you might inspire. You never know what you might inspire, and God's gonna bless you if you just stay dedicated and you show Him that you really want it, no matter what.
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
And there we have it from my grandchildren. You just don't know the joy that it brings to me to have them here, because I've watched their journey. And one thing I can always say, anytime I talked to Deshae, he always told me he was proud of me. And that really makes me good. And what I've learned is be around those who celebrate you and not tolerate you. So we're going to sign out, and thank you for tuning in to They Just Don't Understand with Brooklyn Frost and Deshae Frost, my granddaughter and grandson.
Will Smith coming for you. I'm gonna let you know that right now.